So find your girl Mari Burelle, Burelle, until you know me just as Mari, lowercase I. So you remember to stay humble on all social media platforms. I want to hear from you. I want to love on you. I'll see you soon. Mwah. I am here with the beautiful Leena from Oikotimes. We're about to do an interview. She is fabulous, and actually, she even works for Vogue, which is one of my favorites in the whole planet. So yeah, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for that intro. Took the pressure off.
Exactly. It's a good day in London.
Yes, it's a great day in London. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today and have this chat.
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to talk to you about. But I think first let's get to the basics. I want to ask you about the American Song Contest and how was that entire experience. I think it was the first time to do something similar in the US, right? Because it was kind of like the Eurovision of the US.
Exactly, right? Yeah. I mean, and of course we're going to try, they always say that copying is the highest form of flattery, right? So I definitely jumped on that train because I love Eurovision, and it's actually a dream to be in that one day, hopefully next year, okay? And so yes, American Song Contest was amazing. I represented New Hampshire with my song Fly.
Amazing. And then how do you think it benefited you? Like it opened new doors?
Absolutely. I mean, any of those are always platforms, but people always think that you just like launch to success, and sometimes there are overnight successes and all that. Mine's not that. I've had to work hard and hustle, which is fine because it's kept me grounded and humbled. But yes, it opened up some great doors and gave me a platform. But I always encourage everyone, keep going. Don't always depend on just what you have at hand. You have to take that. Obviously, you see my size. I take the crumbs and I make a cake, you know? So you just gotta use it. Thank you.
And I think it's like, I always say this, like nothing is an overnight success. Usually it like takes 10 years. That would
exactly.
Say, like to
and not everyone is born this fabulous, you know?
So you just arrived in London, but this is not your first time.
This is not my first time and not my last time. London has my heart. I mean, I just love every single person. I love that it's kind of like the United Nations because you get a little bit of everything and everyone here.
Yes.
But the fashion, the food, the drinks are just everything is so couture and wonderful. And then like heavenly, you actually say hi to people and they're like, hey, you know, in New York you say hi to someone and they're like, what do you want? You know, so it's a big difference.
Yes. It's I love the multicultural side of it, and it's so creative. So I'm sure like you can find your own home here, especially because of fashion and something that you really love as well.
Yes.
So how did that all start? Like your obsession, let's say, with fashion and styling and image making, because this is not just fashion. What you're wearing is like a whole image that you're creating.
Absolutely. Like I don't mind being a brand. I am a product. You know, I actually want to make a Barbie that also interchanges like wigs and everything. Don't steal my ideas because I'll know it was you. You heard it here first. No, I'm just kidding. But no, ever since I was a little girl, I loved fashion. I loved going to thrift stores because it's not always just designer. Like that's awesome. I'll take a piece from Walmart and then wear it with like an Hermes purse. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, you know, like I think I'm a down to earth bougie biatch. You know, so I don't mind like mixing up fashion with that. You know.
Yes, and it's another art form, right?
Absolutely.
Another form of expression.
Music and fashion go hand in hand, and I will say it all the time. It's everything. It's your image, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. Did you manage to see this year's Eurovision a little bit?
I got to see clippets and mostly on social media because it has been a rush. It kind of actually was going on at the same time. We started first and then you guys started. And then as soon as the show was done, we've been hitting the ground running. I just signed a record deal with 87 Records and like we've just been hauling and moving. Shout out to Erica. She's amazing. I'm so thankful to be able to be with 87 Records. And so that's actually something that, it actually wasn't really from the show, to be honest. I had kind of reached out to her the year before and we didn't get together. And I was actually out filming for the show and I was like, you know, I got to call her. And then, so it just it started and we're moving, you know, it's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So 2022 was the year.
Oh, this is the year, 22, 100%.
What sign are you?
Aries.
Aries, nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm... Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And I'm half Cuban, half Puerto Rican, so that's why you get that fire and that sazon, you know.
Ah, nice. I love it. So tell me about your new music that you're preparing with the new label.
Yes, absolutely. So it's funny because I did fly on the show, and I'm very versatile. So, you know, I can do anthems and ballads like I did, and that is my life. Actually, I also was a worship pastor for a long time in church, but yes, but you know, I also love just like my culture. So we're doing like Spanglish music, reggaeton. We just dropped a track called La Tentacion. Yeah, and then I'm also joining the Anglo market. I want to be that next crossover star, and you know, yeah.
Yes, and those are the biggest markets as well. So
absolutely, yes.
If over there, then you're a superstar.
Absolutely.
You will be, of course.
Of course.
You're
No, I already am. Thank you. No, it's good.
So what else? I was gonna ask also, if we met 10 years down the line, where would you want to be? Where do you think you would be?
Oh, in the future. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, look, I usually just love to live in the moment, but I better have like by that time 4,000 more wigs and at least 2 Grammys. So, yes.
I love that that's your priority. Wigs and then Grammys.
Wigs and Grammys.
Wigs and Grammys.
That's the new thing. # wigs and Grammys. You heard it here first.
You're such a, you know, a heartwarming person, I feel. I don't know, you're very expressive.
Yeah.
Do you get that from your audience as well? Like.
Yeah, because you know what? I literally will get from like little kids to like the lady in the hover round, you know, I mean, in every like shape, color, size, like I just feel like I just mess with everyone because I love people. And honestly, that's why we're doing this. It's the people business, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and you're nothing without your fans, and, you know, I just feel like that's why I'm doing this, you know?
Yes, 100%. Lovely. So what's your plans for the rest of the year?
Rest of the year, like I said, we're finishing up signing, recording, and then we are just going to launch and blast off with fashion, music, everything. It's going to be big.
Yeah. Oh, great. And you said you were in London Fashion Week?
Yeah. So obviously pre-pandemic, literally it was so funny. That was the last thing that I did before the pandemic was London Fashion Week. By the time I got home, everyone's like, I can't feel my tongue and I can't smell anything, and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, we're going into a pandemic here. And so yeah, this is actually my first time back since the pandemic.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow,
and it's just amazing. I feel like you could get everything done in one day here, even just one night. Like I was telling my team this morning, I was like, literally with just the photos and videos I took, if I had to leave tomorrow, I'm leaving full because you guys just have so much to offer.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks from everyone.
Yes, in London. I love you guys. London love.
And have you ever thought of doing kind of like a product line or something in the future? You know, just because.
Absolutely. So I actually have a nonprofit called Peluca Queen, which means wig queen. And so people that have just image issues, it's not always just if you have cancer or alopecia, all that, but just anybody and everybody, because I think of fashion with a passion. So when I was little, my biological mother used to like not love my hair, and because it's cultural big and all that, and she would like beat me on the head and make me feel bad about it, and brush my hair until it bled. And so I used to cover up with it, but now I think of it as a crown. So you got to be confident with and without it. And so yeah, I love to help people out and give them their crowns, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So yeah, that's my main product.
Well, that was Marie, everyone.
Yes.
Make sure you get familiar.
Please do.
And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. And
oh, you will. You're amazing. Yes.
You're amazing.